Thank you for risking your life for our rights and just for us to be free in our country.
When we're thanking a veteran, it's thanking them for doing the task that no one had to ask them to do, because they volunteered to do this so that we wouldn't have to. And it's something that, they would never imagine that they would be doing, but they're doing it to protect us. And regardless of if they're fighting actively every day, they're still doing a great service for us and our country.
My life, my freedoms, for me, and the life I have today.
Veterans give up their time, and not even just their time, but their whole lives. I mean, some people die for the cause. Like, it's our country, man. And people are out there fighting for our freedom, and we really have to acknowledge that, because they give up so much for us.
Because they keep us safe and they gave their life up for our country.
On today, we honor the servicemen and women who have kept the country free and safe for citizens to live. As we take this time out to acknowledge you all who have sacrificed your time and your family's happiness, I hope you stand in pride, dignity, and honor. Happy Veterans Day. I am thankful for you all brave men and women who have served this country and fought for our freedom. Today and every day we thank our veterans everywhere. Also, I would like to give a special thanks to my granddad, Walter, who have served in the country. Also, you are remembered.
Thanking them for all they have done for us overseas and in the United States, serving and protecting us and allowing all of us to live the American dream.
They're the reasons that we have the freedoms we do now in our country.
Thanking them for putting themselves on the line for our country. They battled through things that they never were going to be expected. They fought hard, and it's just really an act of appreciation that goes beyond words. It should hopefully touch their heart. To me, it means just putting your lives at risk just to save the lives of millions of others, especially those in your own community. And for those you don't even know, I mean, you're going out and you're fighting each and every day, putting your life at risk and sacrificing a lot of your life just to save the lives of the innocent others.
So when I think of Veterans Day, I think of all the members of my family and my wife's family who have served. There's my father, who went to Clemson back in the early 50s when it was an all-male military school, and joined the Army after 2 years at school. Couldn't take college, so he joined the Army. My oldest brother was in the Marine Corps. One of my sisters was in the Marine Corps. My father-in-law was in the Army. My grandfather-in-law was in the Navy during World War II, and actually witnessed the signing to end the war in Japan. And my great uncle Jesse was a POW in World War II, and now my own son, who graduated here at JP2 4 years ago, is an ensign in the Navy learning how to fly jets. So when I think of all those people, I think of what they sacrificed to their countries and their families. I'm so very appreciative of what they did.
Well, my grandpa served, and so it means a lot to me. They're really giving up their lives so they can protect our freedoms and so that we can have the life that we've always wanted to have.
My name is Kurt Worgan. You may know my daughter, Mrs. Katie Stanley. I am a Vietnam War veteran and had the great opportunity and privilege to serve as a combat pilot in the United States Marine Corps Attack Squadron 533. When people say thank you for your service, it is most humbling. And at the same time, I can't help but think of my fellow pilots and navigators who didn't come back to hear those kind words. Let me take this opportunity to say thank you for myself and for them. Semper Fi.
I am Captain Luke McMillan with the U.S. Marine Corps. When it comes from a genuine place, I can always tell, and I really appreciate the support, and that's what I always share back. And sometimes it really does just go a little bit extra to make your day. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Joe McMillan. Many years ago, I was known as Sergeant Mac. Served in the United States Marines from 1977 to 81, and I have to say I very much appreciate being thanked for my service. It's just a great little cultural shift that has occurred, because after Vietnam, when I was in, that would be unheard of. So yes, much appreciated.
Appreciation and gratitude come to mind when somebody thanks me for my service. I appreciate that that they took the time out of their day to thank me. And not only does it thank me, like in my mind, it thanks the buddies that never came back home from war, the guys who aren't with me, whether they're wherever they are. I know that them telling me thank you, that also is me, knowing that they would thank them if they were with me.
Hello, my name is Captain Joseph Ford, and I am a captain in the United States Navy. I've served in the military for about 27 years, combination of enlisted Army and then as a naval officer. I have been asked to share what my response is when someone says thank you for your service. And I can tell you that it is always appreciated, and it's always very humbling, because I consider it such a great privilege and honor to serve my country, to wear this uniform, to have the opportunity to defend our freedoms, to ensure our values as Americans. And what a great honor I have and privilege to serve those who serve. As a licensed clinical social worker, I help to bring about healing and to enable our active duty personnel and their families to be able to carry out that mission as well. So again, for me, it is the most certain honor and privilege.
There's men and women all around the world, and what they're doing is waiting. They're ready to protect us if they need to at a minute's notice. And that's what they do. These heroes mean a lot to me. So we want to thank them for all their service. Around the world, there's somebody sitting on an outpost somewhere, lonely, guarding for you and me. So next time you hear the national anthem play at one of the ball games, don't forget to stand up, because our veterans have always stood up for us. Happy Veterans Day.
Hi everybody, this is Amy Gross McMillan. I am the wife of a former Marine and the mom of two recent Marine Corps veterans, Luke and Ian. All three of them would say they don't need to be thanked because they are just doing their jobs. I appreciate when I hear people thank them because they did give part of their lives to serving our country and making sure that we all stayed safe and free. I also give a shout out of appreciation to all military families. It's incredibly difficult to be separated from your loved one. It's difficult for families to move every few years when people are in the military. It's just a really difficult, it's a challenging life, yet an incredibly rewarding life too, because of the military family that you're part of, the big family that you're part of. So, thank you very much for thanking our veterans and their families, and thank you, JP2, for continuing to celebrate Veterans Day and recognize all that have served and are serving our country.